CREWCast. 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 Give it up for the CREWCast!
My pants are falling down. Gremlin down. Everything's falling
epic
down.
way to start. Sit down,
Knock
crush everything
over.
off the table, and then inform everyone that your pants are falling
My
down.
pants are falling down. And
like
you know when you get a pair of jeans and you look at them and they look all right and even look a bit small and you put them on, but somehow the waist is the biggest part of them. It's like, why do I own a pair of jeans? And then, do you know why it is? It's because you buy jeans a waist size too big so that they don't make you look like you got chicken legs.
I do the opposite. I buy them a
You got
size
skinny.
smaller so that they make my legs look bigger.
See,
So I'm like, that's because I have massive genetic disproportionate proportionality. My upper body really suffers in comparison to my legs. My legs have always been quite
that is
strong.
a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So I'm the opposite. So I always buy, a lot of my jeans are tapered.
Yeah.
But if they taper in towards my 12-year-old girl ankles, right, and don't grip the calf, what it makes it look like is, because they'll be right on the muscle at the top of the leg, but then like baggy at the bottom.
Flares out.
So that makes people's brain think, well, the top must be baggy too. So it just makes me look like a Dorito.
Amazing.
Yeah. So these are lovely Levi's like jeans, and they're like a bit of a cropped cut. And I bought them because I got another pair. They're called so the ones I wear all the time. These Levi's ones they're like a really light blue and they're all trashed. And I always wear them with like some high boots. And everyone's always like, "What? Those jeans are wicked." They're only wicked because of the way I found
Because
that
the
I
way
could
you wear them.
Yeah. So they're called a draper. Levi's draper cut. Draper something they are. If you search it, you'll see them. And
If anyone's wondering, Lex is wearing an extra medium tee
my
this
God.
morning.
Yeah, so my jeans are too big and my t-shirt's too small.
FYI, I love that fit, by the way, because again, upper body disproportionate, like small relative to my legs.
I'm living the Dorito
I wear
life.
medium t-shirts as well.
I can't win either because this is a medium. I think it was. I do. To be fair, it is just dear Santa. I can explain. I like the sentiment.
that, mate.
I think it's been in the wash once. It's a cheapo t-shirt, and it's now.
Yeah, we love it.
It's for the kids.
Do you know what? I want to go back to the comment about you saying your pants have fallen down before, because I have this thing, and we've probably had this conversation.
Because I don't have a ghetto booty.
Well,
If I had a ghetto booty, they would have something to perch on. But because I've got a white man bum,
just slide down. all
don't
the
get me
time.
wrong, right?
You want to stop
Don't
wearing
get me
silk
wrong.
pants all the time, then, mate.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. In the right light with the right pants, I got booty. But in any normal jeans,
Right, that's it. The
It's
Christmas hat's gotta come
decidedly a
off.
little bit disappointing. I like the front, I'm good.
So
Quarter turn, rear turn, I'm like, oh.
So conversation I wanted to have, audience, was not about Lex's bum. Actually, I feel there's an insecurity in there. He's straight with that. My bum!
Not
I was
insecure,
thinking
just
about
real. Just real. My bum is small and perky, but that does not fill out a pair
I
of
feel we
denim
need
jeans.
to talk about changing room etiquette as a man in a public gym.
This is not very Christmassy, but yes.
No, it's not Christmassy, but it's an important topic. And if any of you are members of commercial gyms and are a man,
Right.
conduct yourself in an appropriate manner.
I have always heard jokes about it. Always, the men with that
They're
the
frightening. They're not jokes.
leg up on the bench, like doing their old woo-ha with the drying the
real.
butthole with the
It's
towel.
real.
I was like, yeah, like exaggerated comedic value. Then I saw a dude in there with his shirt on, and no pants.
That's called shirt
Walking
cocking,
around,
that is.
just walking around like he's a freaking news reporter about to go to work. This is all I need. I'm done.
I get into the gym the other day.
He had socks on.
Yeah.
Actually, he had socks, a shirt, no pants. How? He was putting a tie on
There's
before he.
a guy in the gym the other day, right, sat down on the change rooms, And you know when you walk in, you're not trying to like look around and stuff. You're just trying to like keep eye contact away from people. It's changing rooms. It's going to be dick and balls out. So, you know,
no, that's the point. There doesn't need to be dick and balls out because we own things called towels, or there's this great thing you can do called turn and face the wall.
Yeah, or just change. Get changed. Like, just do what you need to do. And this guy is sat. No, I'm not lying when I say this, okay? He's sat on a bench. His legs are as wide as he can physically spread them.
Oh, he's in preggo mode.
And he's
Hang
got...
on, is he fat?
Yeah, massive dude, like, and he's got a towel on his neck and he's doing this,
Oh, nice. So he's drying the shoulders with a full ball
like
view.
massaging his neck or something while he's got his legs spread open.
Maybe he was meditating. Maybe that was his thing to do that week. His task for the week was be naked in front of strangers and make them feel awkward. He was like, I've got this.
It was awkward.
I've got this. No problem.
Another one, and unfortunately a guy that I speak to in the gym as well, seems to feel like it's an appropriate thing, and maybe you can let us know in the comments below if it's appropriate, where you walk from the changing rooms to the showers before you go wet side for the pool and everything. There is literally a drying machine for your shorts for when you get out of the shower. There's a mirror, and then there is a hairdryer, but it's very close proximity, and it's right next to when you walk into the shower area. This guy stood there butt naked with the hairdryer drying. He has no hair. He's got a shaved head. He's drying his armpit hair.
Nice.
His balls, and then he
went for the butt crack.
spreads his legs a little bit so that he can dry around his ass crack and push it out. And he insists on saying hello to me while he's doing this. And I'm just like, dude,
he did the drying stare.
I don't want to speak to you while you're drying your butt crack with a hairdryer.
That's called a blow stare.
Do you know what the issue is, right? None of these men are doing this in front of their girlfriends or wives at home, are they?
Don't have them.
Yeah, first of all, they either don't have them, do they?
They don't have a girlfriend, because if they've got a girlfriend, you definitely don't have that habit.
Yeah.
If they've got a wife, that's a sexless marriage. That's either a sexless marriage or really kinky.
Or
to the
they're
point
not
where drying your
doing it.
balls in front of a man is like mundane.
It's just weird, isn't it?
So then you go home and she's like in like little full leathers on a sex swing, just covered in chocolate.
And then the cage comes down around you. She's like, gotcha.
Just like somebody tied up to a radiator in the corner, has been there for a few days, but just looking really like they're regrettable about the decision they've made in life. And he just walks in, freshly ball dry, ready to rock and roll, fresh as a daisy, bit pumped still from the gym.
Mate, I reckon like they're just...
And she's swinging on the swing, covered in chocolate, and then she walks in and she goes,
You need to feed the gimp first.
No. Right. Yeah. Say hello to Jason for me. Yeah.
Say hello to Jason. You fucked up, man. Mate,
Merry Christmas.
There's just no way they're doing that in front of their wives at home if they have wives. There's no way they're stood one leg on the bed.
I hope they are.
But they're not, are they?
I hope they are.
Because
I
any
hope that's
self-respecting woman is going to be like, put your fucking leg down and put your pants on.
Not chocolate-covered kinky woman in.
Oh, no, not the chocolate-covered kinky woman, mate. She's probably offering to
then
dry
the
his
other one
with curling irons.
It's sexless. It's old gun. At which point he's doing it to hate because he hates her. He's like, have a bit of this. Full butt dry. He doesn't even bother with the balls at home. It's just ass crack.
I'm just gonna floss my ass
her
with towel.
favourite towel.
I was gonna say with her towel, and then puts it back in the bathroom.
Just pure bitterness. Oh dear. Well, it is what time in the morning? Quarter past 9, and this is a midweek poddy for you guys because hey, it's just been crazy towns. I had a sad weekend to go to over the weekend. So this is why we didn't get one done then because hey, I was away for starters, so it makes it difficult when you're away to do things here. It's a weird thing that
it's a bit strange concept.
Until this metaverse thing, which is apparently failing balls deep
miserably.
Like everyone went tits about it, didn't they? And then a week later, everyone just went, nah.
So you know how
it's gonna be the future of humankind. And a week later, I went, how much is an Oculus? Nah.
Did you know everybody was buying virtual land and everything? That's
Oh
a thing.
no!
And
Well, NFT, isn't it? Aren't they?
And you know how Facebook changed their name to Meta, and that was what they were driven for and everything.
Which is like essentially changing your name to the internet.
Yeah. And
Just cocky.
And what's hilarious is after all of that and all of the hype around it, their stock and share price is now below the price of 2016.
Because he's pumped billions into something that's failing.
Yeah, and ultimately he's losing revenue through ads and everything drastically.
It's all right. He'll just turn himself off and on again, and he'll come back with another idea.
Another idea, yeah, like they do.
Well, the problem with the metaversey thing that I saw was it was basically like you were playing a really shit Nintendo Wii in an office.
Yeah, that's
what it looked like. I don't understand. Like they were discussing. It's like you're not going to be able to need to go to work. You're going to be able to just beam in through your metaverse, appear in the office, all have a chat. It'll even look like Davey and Joe are sat next to you. And then they went, here it is. And they released the metaverse and it looked like 2 Wii characters. And there was some bloke trying to type on a computer, on a laptop. And it looked like the dude... Yeah. He looked like he was trying to beat himself off. And his name was just appearing in scribble on the screen. And just like, oh, nah. I don't want to be a wanky Wii character.
Do you know what the biggest problem with it is, mate? Is we have cells. We are a cellular being. We're not a brain. So we need to move. So if you're just telling people they can lie on their couch in their reclined thing and put a mask on and be like, I've come to work today.
Wall-E.
And
we will become Wall-E. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
With all the fatties in the hover chairs.
You've got to,
That's where we're going.
Yeah, that's what the expectation's got to be, isn't it? Because
which is why I'm drinking a green protein shake in the morning.
Just
green because green means good.
Alkaline.
I need to post this on. It's not alkaline. I don't think.
No, it's not. There's way too much protein in there. Way too much.
It's very green,
but it's good.
It's got in it spinach, kale, mango, kiwi, and then my protein vanilla powder, and 150 ml of apple juice.
Problem is that'll taste far too nice. What you want, guys, audience, is to make yourself almost feel like you hate yourself for making the choice of a green smoothie. So you want something along the lines of spinach, kale, probably broccoli as well because it doesn't blend nicely. I'd say
gonna make a fart shake.
Good half tablespoon of spirulina in there because that'll make you regret anything that you've done for the last week. And possibly, what else can we put in there? So maybe some alfalfa or some wheatgrass powder. Oh, and
alfalfa?
Yeah. And you will never, ever want to drink a green smoothie again. But you can guarantee as a result of that, it's probably the best green smoothie that you've ever drunk.
There is a way of making that nice, though. Come on.
Yeah, but that's the point. You don't need to make it nice.
Yeah, no, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, if you're going to make
because
it...
Because everything that passes your lips doesn't have to be nice.
Listen, from a man who made a tuna shake...
That's amazing. I used to do that with red onion because I had this meal while I was on bodybuilding prep. I don't know why. I had tuna, red onion... grated sweet potato.
Well, you love red onion because it tasted of something but was minimal.
That's it, yeah.
Anything.
And so, I used to blend that up when I didn't want to eat it, and that was a really strange concept.
Red onion and tuna, that was a thing. I used to have that as well.
Do you know what the weirdest thing I ever did before a bodybuilding show was? So bearing in mind, I'd done...
Dry your balls in the changing room?
No. I'm opposed.
That would be a way to put people
I am
off.
opposed to that. So I had done about 6 months of dieting. This was in the last year of my shows as well, just before I hit the British. There was one qualifier left. And even though 6 months of dieting had gone insatiably well, I had won my first ever weight category about 6 weeks prior, and this was the final qualifier. I'd already qualified for the British, so I was just messing around with protocols and seeing if anything would dial me in a bit harder.
It shows an error.
Yeah. It's a big error. So the day before my show, I decided to dry myself out.
Yeah, this is such a bad thing. Who came up with the drying yourself out thing? Because then people take it literally. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen bodybuilders in vacuum sealed bags of some kind, like just trying to just get the last bits of water out, attached to Henry the Hoover. It's... If you dry yourself out, you die.
Yeah.
This is what happens. You die.
So I've been drinking
You're dead.
8 or 9 litres of water every single day. I was a big...
Can we clarify? you're not drying anything out.
No, you're not. Like you momentarily dehydrate yourself, and
looking
1%
dry is actually when you're fully hydrated, because this looking dry just means that your muscles look flush against the skin and tight, like there's no water between skin and muscle.
And that comes down to subcutaneous fat too.
Yeah, which comes
not
down
having
to
a layer of fat,
not having the fat there, and then being fully hydrated, so the muscle is able to pump against the skin and be tight against the skin. If you dehydrate, you look flat and stringy, because guess what? Your muscle ain't full of water, so it's flat. It's just that. This is why people die when they dehydrate and take a diuretic on top. Like that, literally die.
And guys, like you've probably heard about all the fighting stuff and where people like just drop water to make weight and things. 1% dehydration is a 10% lack in performance.
Darren Till, the gorilla,
Like, why?
he would drop up to 40 kilos on a weight cut, which means like he's pulling water out. He's doing a diet as well, a restricted diet, probably over a 1 to 2 week period, alongside mass dehydration. Darren used to literally go blind when on a cut. Couldn't the whole. He just lose lose the ability to see, go physically blind, full blackout blind. The reason for that is it's something to do with the lack of fluid getting to the brain. The optic nerve switches off.
No, I understand that. I'm just like, why would you want to do that? And I've said this. And
because then when he was called the gorilla, because when he'd fight, he'd be fighting somebody who literally weighed like 20 to 30 kilos less than him.
Yeah, but it's like you
He doesn't
can't
do it
be
anymore. He's gone up a weight
optimal though,
class.
can you?
No, he's gone up a weight class now, but he's still getting beat.
Because it takes weeks for hydration to come back in. So what I did on this qualifier, which was only 2 weeks before the British, but I did it because it was 2 weeks before the British. If I fucked up majorly, I could
got the time.
Yeah, I got a little bit of time to get it back because I was dialed in anyway. And this wasn't going to make a drastic shift. It was just me playing around. So instead of drinking my normal 8 to 9 litres of water each and every single day, I decided that I was going to drink 4 litres of freshly percolated coffee. So I would make a litre of fresh coffee.
How much caffeine is that a day?
I don't know, mate, but it was a lot. Because there was a good sort of 5 or 6 scoops of coffee in each litre to make sure it was strong. And then I ate 5 bags of rice cakes as well. Because that was the driest carbohydrate source I could think to carve up on with no water in it.
Other than sand.
I didn't come in bad, but nothing like I didn't move mountains. I'm not suggesting anyone do weird and wonderful shit
don't.
like that because it's just ridiculous. That's the
funny thing, isn't
mindset.
it? Why do we always think like extreme is the way? Like, oh, this is weirdly hard and disgusting to do. That'll probably help. When in reality, just chipping and trucking away at that basic thing you've been doing for the last 12 weeks
that was
got
the hard
you to
thing.
where you were.
That was the hard
Why
thing.
would you change that? And then everyone's like, everyone's done 12 to 20, so I did 25 weeks of dieting. Yeah. So you get down to the 24th week, well, 25th week, I guess.
Yeah.
And then in that week you go, right, let's change everything.
Yeah, let's
do some mad stuff.
Peak week.
Let's get some kind of crystalline vitamins in and something from the Himalayas and a poison frog and some sand and let's go.
And wonder why it doesn't.
And then
quite...
you wonder why. Yeah, you wake up looking like a sausage. Yeah, bizarre world of bodybuilding. What have you done this week to Christmas?
For Christmas, nothing.
Why?
I've done it all.
What did you do for Christmas?
Like, what do I do for Christmas?
Yeah.
I'm going to go around and see Dad first thing in the morning for a couple of hours.
Yeah, go on. Give us through your Christmas routine. Let's see how it stacks up. Go. So Christmas morning, you wake up.
I get really excited because the dogs fucking love opening presents. And when there's presents about, mate, like it's mayhem. It's what I imagine if you've got kids, like. But
yeah,
the dogs
because dogs are just like kids. Let's clarify that. So if you have children, it's equivalent to a dog.
But the dog's
we
probably
stand by that statement. Yeah, dog grumbles less when you dress it up in weird stuff.
And so yeah, I get up and then I just literally make sure that the dogs are kind of seen to, and they love opening presents and ripping open presents and doing that.
Do you buy your dogs presents?
Yeah, of course I do. And I wrap them up. I don't even wrap sometimes like Loki, who is the French bulldog, who just likes the process of ripping shit apart.
Well, yeah.
I just wrap him up pieces of cardboard and he loves that shit because then it's like something to rip open and then something to destroy inside of ripping something open. It's just like a double hit.
Does he know the look of a present?
Yeah.
To rip it up?
Yeah.
That's not good if you take it to someone's house.
Oh, 100%, mate.
He's just
You've
like,
got to tell him. He's like, "Whoa, that could be mine." It's like, no,
That will be
Loki,
mine.
it is not yours.
Mine?
But I might have breakfast because I fast all year, so I never eat breakfast.
Yeah, you gotta
I might.
Gotta have a crimbo brekkie.
But I don't know. See, for me to do that, I need to know that like I'm having something fairly insatiable, like some mincemeat pancakes or something.
It's gotta be worth the break.
Yeah, it's got to be worth me being like, because I usually cook for about 8 to 10 people, even though there's me and the dogs and there's one of my housemates there.
Yeah.
So I can keep eating Christmas dinner for about 4 days afterwards.
That is a great thing about Christmas dinners.
Yeah, I love it.
So, yeah, because you've got your Christmas dinner, actually, which is basically a Sunday roast on roids.
Yeah.
And then you have, after that, you can make with the turkey, you can make like a turkey curry. You can make turkey, cranberry and brie bagels.
Amazing.
Yeah, aren't they
Bagels.
good?
Oh.
You can chuck the turkey into like a nice big stew in a slow cooker. There's loads, and the veg, and any veg left over, chuck it in. There's loads you can do with it.
You know, you actually have to be able to cook turkey to be able to do that as well. I'm basically admitting I'm not having turkey on Christmas Day.
Yeah, yes, I'll be having turkey wrapped in bacon.
Yeah,
But
see,
crown.
yeah, that's
Only
it.
the
dude.
crown. I don't
That's
buy the whole.
Yeah, that's
I
the
like
only
to
way.
kill the bird. I still
Yeah.
make sure definitely there's been a death.
Yeah.
But then I only want to
been
eat
grown in
the
a
one
farm.
good bit of it. Yeah, and then the rest of it is throw it to the dogs.
See, like the last time I did turkey crown was when I cooked for about 15 of the family, and I split it right open. I put a kilo of stuffing inside of it.
Yeah.
Rolled it up, and then it was completely wrapped in a couple of kilo of bacon, and then it was foiled as well.
Yeah.
And then you take the foil off to crisp the bacon up at the end. But that was the only way I can kind of stomach turkey. Otherwise, I'm
Turkey
like
does suck.
goose.
Why is it so
pork
popular?
belly, things like that. I
In
think
the
it's
olden
just-
days, it used to be goose. You know that?
Yeah, I love
I
it.
reckon that'd be tasting nicer.
Yeah, it
'Cause
tastes.
at least it's a bit gamey.
it's a beautiful bird as well. to
Now
cook.
goose is more expensive.
Yeah.
It's loads
just
around
it's
here.
just a gimmick.
If you had a good catapult around here and you're sneaky.
Christmas dinner.
But here's a horrible fact. You know, in that awful place in China where they cook dogs,
Yes.
and they have like a week of thinking, they kill about 2,000 dogs for that day, right?
Sucks.
Which is horrendous, and the way they do it and the torture. But just to show you what media is, we kill like 2 million turkeys
Yeah.
over Thanksgiving and Christmas, maybe more,
Yeah.
and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. And how much of that do you think ends up
In the
going
bin.
to landfill and waste
That's what I mean.
and everything?
Yeah. Like I'm able to pick apart the bird that I want, and none of the rest. Like hopefully with the rest of it, they sell it off or
So-
do something decent. But
Do you know about the egg shortage right now? Have you seen there's an egg
you
shortage?
told me about this, yeah.
Yeah, so there isn't actually an egg shortage. It's just
Well,
the
I've got eggs
supermarkets.
downstairs.
Yeah, exactly. The supermarket's too fucking tight to pay the price that the farmers want because obviously the
it's
cost
gone
of
up because
everything's
of
gone up.
electricity.
Everything's gone up, hasn't it? And the farmers want to put their price up, even though like the supermarkets have doubled their prices for everything in the last like 12 months. Then the farmers are going, well, we want this, and the supermarkets are refusing to pay it. So the supermarkets are making out there's an egg shortage. And I quite like it, mate. I like seeing empty shelves.
yes, well, we should. I was saying this the other week. By the end of the week, meat shelves should be empty. Like it should be running
If
out.
we're not mass farming and wasting a lot. Yeah.
Make it a commodity again.
Yeah.
Make it. Put the price up a little bit.
Yeah.
Make people not bin huge amounts of meat every bloody week.
And why do you need full shelves?
Make parents stop beating the children with sticks until they finish their meals.
Exactly.
Or free little electro cattle prods with every giant steak. So eat your meat. Yeah. Fuck, I'd buy the shit out of steaks. If they sold a little electric prod with
many
it.
steaks.
I just have a wall of mini cattle prods.
I was talking to my housemate Tom, who is an electrical apprentice, and we were talking
make
about being
cattle
electric.
Have you been electrocuted?
He was saying about that.
you
He
been
was saying
electrocuted?
basically because he's an electrical geek. He was saying about the size of the capacitor that you can charge up. So he's saying you charge it up. With live feeds, a capacitor, and then
Yeah.
you can literally go and just touch somebody. Get them
Just
jammed.
salmon them.
But then he turned all serious and he was like, but you can't go over this capacitor because you can stop the heart. And I was like, oh my
Jesus.
God. I
What a
went
great
dark.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have been electrocuted. I was wiring in a light at an old farmhouse unit that I was renting out for where I used to modify and rebuild cars and things like that. I was a big car geek when I was younger. As a side note, I had 26 cars between the age of 18 and 21 years old.
You had how many?
26. Between the age of 18 and 21.
How do you even facilitate that?
I just kept changing them all the time. It was about a 2-month period.
Hang
But I'd
on,
have
hang on,
3 on
hang
the
on,
drive.
hang on.
3 on the drive all the time.
Were you stealing them?
No, legit bought. I swear.
Were you stealing them?
Why did you have to ask
Were
me
you
that on
stealing
camera?
them? Were you stealing them? The only
No,
way
I
somebody's
wasn't.
having 26 cars from 18 to what? 20?
21.
So 3 years, 26 cars. So you're averaging.
I never had less than 3.
You definitely
at a time.
Not only is he stealing them, he's cut and shutting them. Because
Okay, so back to the
hang on,
electrical
wait
thing
there.
before
No,
I
no,
get indicted
wait
for
there,
something that
wait
never
there,
happened.
Wait there. If you do,
26 divided by 36, isn't
no,
it?
I don't even need to do that because
36
it's just
divided by 26.
No.
It's about a car a month,
No.
isn't it, nearly?
no. What are you on about? 26 cars,
Yeah.
right? This is proving that he's nicking it. 8.6 cars cut and shut. That is that 0.6 cut and shuts. He's buying.
Why is that cut and shut?
Because it's half a car.
What?
That's your spare for your next cut and shut for the next one coming
I
in.
did actually scrap 3 or 4 vehicles in that time. One, unfortunately, was a Nissan Pulsar GTI-R as well.
Oh, they're worth money now.
Yeah, about 10 bags, unfortunately. So back to my electrical story before Lex just puts me on a criminal list that I
would
should
accept
never
a
be
stolen
on.
car as a Christmas gift. Just saying out there, guys.
One
So
off.
if any of you are out there having a good old rob,
I'll take a car.
yeah, as long as you file all those VIN numbers down.
So yeah, I was wiring a light into my garage that I was renting at the time, and we assumed there was where we went wrong. We assumed that the power was off, but it was a live mains feed.
Yeah.
And I just poked the last wire in to where it needed to go, and then it arced, and I just went. My arm shot out.
Isn't it weird?
And I swear, unless my arm went,
You just
I wouldn't have been able to let go of it. Like I'd have just been like,
basically turned into a Nazi. You know,
Zika!
I hope you went Zika.
the same time my other hand went like that.
As you got to push it in, you white with a shaved head. Zika.
Stamp my foot at the same time as well,
That is
mate.
the best. Oh, is it? And then you walk around after just going, I stink Ostende. Should I speak English? Ist der Einzige, was du ist ein Stinker. Now I got electrocuted. I got electrocuted by a light fixing, but I wasn't trying to fix anything. It was one of those, you know, when they come off the wall, they're like an old school, like lantern, not like an upturn.
Yeah.
And they come off a
it
little
comes
hook,
off,
joint thing. And so looking up, where it was nailed to the wall, it was. You know when they twist and they come off, don't they? A lot of them, they'll have like a backing and the whole thing twists and pulls out. And I was trying to, it'd been twisted and pulled out, so I was putting it back on, and I was pushing the wires back into the wall, and one of them must have just not been fully connected, so I touched a live wire, and I remember being on the bottom of the stairs, and it just went, like my feet just went, like my whole body went straight, my feet just went, and you know, and like I managed, luckily, I must have, because I touched the live wire, it must have been right next. I remember there being like a plastic, what would you call it, like housing,
like an insulating housing,
but it was where all the wires had gone in because there were multiple wires going in, and there's this one like mini junction box almost in there. So I must have hit the live wire on the edge of that, and as it's made me do my little tippy dance, I must have brushed onto the plastic and it let me go. Luckily. Well, otherwise, I'd have been stood there.
Well, it's not bad when it's because there'll be a drop down on that, so there'll be like 13 amps running through the lighting circuit tops. Probably there might only be about 3 amps.
Do you know what? It was in an old farmhouse and it fused nothing.
Yeah, see, that's an issue because again, I was talking to my housemate Tom about this on his apprenticeship. He was like, "Do you know what they actually tell you to do if somebody gets electrocuted?
Poke them with something
on a mains board." So on a mains, like a 240 volt mains, where there's no drop down, so you're talking 80 odd amps coming into the house.
This is such a Merry Christmas episode.
It's great. Hey, we're saving lives right now is what we're doing. Because
if you do, hang on, I just saved something the other day. Oh, let me just post it. You keep going, and at the end I'll show you. Yeah, go on.
So if you get electrocuted on a 240 volt mains, you're gonna seize. You won't move. You'll just lock.
You start melting.
And do you know what the actual or there's one of two ways to remove somebody from a mains if they're
So
electrocuted.
wood and get some wood and jab them off it.
Apparently, you can use a broom and push
Yeah,
them, but
wood,
they are locked.
Yeah.
The other method, the more successful method, is to literally drop kick them.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Run and drop
WWE,
kick.
double
Yes,
footed drop.
literally.
So they tell you as kids, don't try this at home. Wrong. Wrong. Because
You should actually learn to
in
double
the case
foot
of,
drop kick.
Exactly. In a case of emergency, off the ropes.
Genuinely.
Got to do an off the ropes though before you do it. You can't just run and
gotta
drop
run
it.
off
Got to
something.
run off something and then come in and shout missile drop kick.
While somebody's like
And then
melting.
in the interview, after you're in there for your like thing, when they're going, and what did you do when you saw little Tommy gyrating like a squirrel caught in an electric fence? He said, well, my years of WWE training in the back garden sprang to my mind. And you say, so I hit the ropes,
Ripped off my armband.
shouted missile drop kick and saved his life. Where's my award? Give me my cattle prod. I'm trying to post on social media at an appropriate time so that you guys see it in the morning and get like a little bit inspired to do the same shit, which is why I'm not being rude. I'm on here. That's what I'm doing.
He is being rude. I'm telling
I am
him
being
how,
rude,
I'm
actually.
telling him how to save lives right now. According to the electrical safety handbook, visual guide, whatever it might be, it was actually on a video.
And I'm typing really inspiring stuff on here. Look, that in my shake. Look,
WWE.
Veggie green
Mix health.
mix health. Veggie green mix
Apple
health.
juice.
Apple juice. Apple juice.
You've had a
like
bit of a,
it,
you've had a
apple
bit
juice.
of a slow brain this morning, haven't
Oh
you?
my god, you
You've
saw
been-
my brain in the morning
You've
today.
had a bit of a lag on.
I am terrible in the morning. But then again, I've had some late nights of stupidity.
Yeah.
But we've had like so had a funeral go through the weekend, which was, as far as funeral goes, for something that should never happen, because it was people will know anyway. So little Arthur, who raised all the money for the little 2-year-old boy who had leukemia, sadly passed away, and so we went to the funeral for him, which was just so surreal. It was surreal. It's the only way of describing it. It was bizarre, but everyone dressed in white.
Amazing.
Dude,
I
it
love that.
looks beautiful. Horse-drawn carriage. He was in the back of the horse-drawn carriage, like all glass under the carriage. Whole carriage in white. Both horses, driven like white as driven snow. Beautiful-looking horses. So as far as it went, like it was a nice day.
Yeah.
Like as much as a horrible
much as
day
it-
could be.
as much as it
it
can be,
ended
yeah.
with a lot of people in a room together, telling stories and smiling. That's what it should be.
Good.
It was a
Yeah,
celebration.
no,
It really was. Hard though, seeing the parents like midway through it. I had a lot of looking at the ceiling moments.
Yeah.
When you're trying to make gravity push things back in the face, like no. And at the end, when we're walking off, they let you walk past the little red casket he had. It was
Yeah.
fucking hell, man. And I went to touch it, say, see you later, little man. And I think it just came away, see you later, blah, blah, blah. Like literally the words in my lips were gyrating so much. Like, couldn't even get it out, man. And I was just like, I had a ceiling and meditative breathing as I walked out the door. Like, because I knew if it started,
That's it.
I would just be, it'd be
You
like,
can't tap that off.
nah. So,
Like in a
I
situation
was like,
like that, it's a floodgate.
and I had to be stronger for the people who were there around me, because it was their kid and the family and everything. I was like, don't be like I can't be. So suck it up. And I took some, which felt really weird, but I was asked to take photos whilst it was going on. Yeah. So I was trying to take photos. I didn't have a camera with me because nobody thought really to do anything. But then obviously it was a beautiful affair the way they'd done it, and essentially you would want, I guess, the memory of there's so many other photos and this beautiful thing. So I got some shots, but like trying to get pictures at a funeral is weird.
I can't even imagine anything more awkward.
Yeah, because especially in a world where you get twats doing. Have you seen that? There's some stupid. We won't use the C word, but that's what you are. Who took a selfie with like a dead granddad at his funeral, open casket, like here with granddad.
Why?
Well, how demented do you have to be? At what level?
I think that just comes down to the culture, doesn't it? It's anything for attention.
Or the fact that in there is just normal. Like there's nothing you can't selfie. Like that. Never mind. Anyway, so let's get off that because as shit as that was.
Favourite Christmas food?
Well, no, as shit as that was, you guys did amazing at helping raise a lot of money for them to be able to literally spend every last minute with them because they could quit work for the couple of months that they had because of the money raised. So fucking well done. If you help donate to Arthur's thing, you still can do because things. I will put a link in the description for Arthur's GoFundMe because it's helping fund still like funeral costs and everything like that. Sadly, it was to go towards his care. It ended up being helping to make sure the funeral day is paid for and their bills and stuff. And hopefully just to give the parents, hopefully there'll be enough left over just to be able to go away together and regroup and just have some time.
To mourn.
Yeah.
Just give them some time to not be thrown back.
They did incredibly well, man. Incredibly well. Like they were so strong. So strong.
Just can't even imagine.
Yeah. So, big gulp of emotion. Just take that back down, right? And we'll carry it.
Let's go to something nicer, like favourite Christmas
no, Christmas.
foods.
No, we didn't finish the Christmas morning. I mean, Christmas Day. So you get up, your dogs terrorise presents. You then take those dogs to other people's houses where they terrorise presents. You then
No, I can't.
You then you do, and then you come home all gleeful, like did it again. And then it's lunchtime, and then so what are you doing for lunch?
Everything.
Are you doing it a bird stuffed in a bird stuffed in a bird?
No,
because that is the epitome of I want so much death on my plate. Like you are the reaper at this point. If you've got on your plate a 3 stuffed bird, pigs in blankets, like, and sometimes beef as well. You could do a full farm murder.
So I reckon this year I'm going to go with belly pork, goose. I'm going to do 2
belly pork.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow, it's big fatty ming.
Yeah, exactly. It's just great.
Yeah, but it's not crispy fatty ming. It's just jelly fatty. Oh, it makes me gag a little bit saying it. Fuck, that made me genuinely feel a bit sick then. That's really weird. I've never done that before. I built it up in my head so much that my body went...
I'm not like sucking the jelly fat off of it. Yeah, there we go. I knew that was going to get him. That makes... Like sucking it off like a noodle.
You can suck off whatever... I might rather suck something off than eat that stuff. But belly pork... the same texture by the end.
Belly pork, goose... I'm going to have 2 different types of stuffing. There's going to be pigs in blankets. There's going to be a red cabbage mix. There'll be sprouts. There'll be parsnips. There'll be carrots. I might do roast potatoes, but I'm not a massive fan because I just don't do starchy carbohydrates.
Roast potatoes.
Oh yeah, I could get some goose fat.
Oh my god!
I don't do starchy carbohydrates very often. Like I do porridge, and I'll have like on some of the foods that are off the list, off the nutritional list that I leverage all the time. Yeah. My ultimate foods list, I call it. I have like cake and bagels or bread and things like that, but I don't do starchy carbohydrates all the time. So when I come to like cooking what I deem as a fancy roast, which is what Christmas is essentially, I don't go, fuck, I need to get a bag of potatoes and do roast potatoes, because I'm like, I want stuffing, I want pigs in blankets, I want 4 different meats.
Actually, I think pigs in blankets is the first one we always buy. Make sure got them, because they're the nibble winners. They're the ones when you walk past you can nick a couple and no one notices.
I've also got a giant sausage roll.
What?
It's that big.
Isn't that just a beef Wellington?
But yeah, with a sausage roll in it.
Cheap beef
and
Wellington.
Apparently it's got cranberry all the way through the middle.
What the hell?
Yeah, I think it was Lidl or Aldi.
Yeah, it's definitely Lidl.
It's like massive. Yeah, they don't do normal stuff, do they? And it's massive. It's like nearly a kilo. This sausage roll is. Yeah. So we're probably going to eat that as an aperitif, and then a banquet meal, and then afterwards I've got a Christmas pudding that says...
Oh, Christmas pudding's the best.
Says it feeds 8.
It says what?
It says it feeds 8. Get fucked. It's gonna
says feed, what?
It says
it feeds 8.
8 people. It's not going to fucking feed 8 people. It's going to feed 2 of
4
us.
max. 2 if you're doing good. Yeah, but like two. 4 is 8. No chance.
No way.
They're liars. But here's the thing. People who don't like Christmas pudding, okay? I challenge you this year to try a Christmas pudding. And remember this, okay? The reason you probably don't like it is because the custard that people put on it is a brandy custard. And as a kid, if you're given that by accident, it will ruin your day.
I quite like brandy custard.
Yeah, now you do, because you're old and dying. But when you're young and youthful...
you're old and dying. I'm very youthful, actually.
Your taste buds are dead inside now, because you're over like 25.
I got told I looked 27 the other day.
Dude... Do you know what? People are terrible at this game. When I'm having all dappered up, and then if my beard's shortened. By the way, big bushy beard is here, so because I've got to do a tutorial to cut it down, and I have to keep growing it, and I can only keep growing it until I've done the fucking tutorial. I don't have time to do the tutorial, so I'm just growing this monster. And I wake up every day. It's like in my eyeballs. It's flipped backwards. It's up in my eyes. It kinks off left. Like there's one day I woke up and half of it I'd just slept on one side of my face with my beard up one like this. It looked like I was like my beard was high-fiving my cheek. Like yo, bro. What the? Good morning. Woo. When that's all tapered in and all my hair's like been blonded and all that stuff, like I consistently get like 20, 25, 28, all that kind of stuff. Nice. Yeah, consistently. And then there'll be someone who goes, 50. There's always that.
Get fucked.
There's always that asshole online that's like, I'm going to fuck up your day. No, but I get sub 30 a lot. When people like are genuinely asked, and then when I say my age, 72, they genuinely are amazed.
It's a shock.
Yeah,
it's a shock to me.
And that is because I eat only the good bits of animals, but still murder the whole animal
and sucks the fat off a belly pork.
It's so disgusting. Why do you like it? What is there to like about it?
Because of the crackling. And
no, crackling is crispy fat. Belly pork is always like jelly, minging soft.
Yeah, but if you cook it for long enough, the fat actually breaks down and it turns into this sumptuously soft.
So that's how you
meat.
eat it?
Yeah, like I'll cook it for about 6 or 8 hours.
Why have I never been served that? Every time I've ordered it, it always comes out and it's jelly fat. God, it makes me gag.
It's just shitty cooking, that is, dude.
Everywhere. I've never ordered pork belly. I've never ordered it anymore.
As dirty as it is, and because we're athletes, the best way to cook belly pork, if you're going to be lazy with it and you just want to flash it in the oven for 40 odd minutes, then you should actually deep fry it afterwards. Because again, the temperature for the time, it destroys all the jelliness and then it crisps the whole of the outside of it.
Nice.
But it's pure filth, and I don't eat anything deep fried these days.
Deep frying, why does it taste so good? Do we know the science behind why we all love deep fried stuff?
It'll be in association with the dopamine and
just the sheer level of fat that hits your mouth in a single
filth,
go.
Mate.
Do you reckon that's what it is? That's what like if you love peanut butter and you just go, today I'm doing peanut butter fingers. No. I've done peanut butter fingers before. You've just given up on the day. Or you get like the dark chocolate squares. And you scoop it with the dark chocolate squares.
Scoop the peanut butter out with the dark chocolate square.
Or I am a skill at the amount of peanut butter, because I'm just like, I'll just get one dark chocolate square.
I'm only having one square.
And then you want to see this shit like a kilo of peanut butter on the top of this one square.
See, only have one square.
You need dark chocolate because the integral quality of dark chocolate is way stronger than any other chocolate. So it's actually a strategic choice.
It's not because dark chocolate is good for you. It's because of the strength of the
Structural
chocolate.
choice. Yeah, get more peanut butter on that one scoop.
So what's your favourite Christmas Day food then? Is it pigs in a blanket?
No, do you know what? It's genuinely, I love the Christmas pudding with a Kelly's Cornish ice cream.
You have ice cream on Christmas pudding?
Yeah, dude.
Are you one of these...
Dude,
so a
good.
few years ago...
Hot and cold.
A few years ago, one of my ex-partners, right? I think it's a Scottish thing. They have Christmas cake with cheese.
You can get the fuck.
I swear down, they have Christmas cake, marzipan...
Get the fuck, mate.
Get the fuck, mate.
Cheese. You really? Custard, mate.
Get fucked,
custard.
mate.
What's better than custard? I'll tell you what. Solid fucking custard. Cheese.
Cheese man.
Cheese man. Mum, do you know what that was? That was that was a family whose mum and dad, or dad, that was a dad-only family, and he messed up the Christmas dinner and forgot to buy forgot to buy custard for the Christmas pudding.
It was cheese in the fridge.
Do you know what it is? Cheese. Sim, yellow, no, fucking sim. Bah, what are you doing, wee man? Shut up, man. Shut up, wee man. Eat your food. Eat your cheese and Christmas pudding.
Honestly,
what's your
they were literally...
Hey, wee man. I'll melt on top. Eat it now.
Just fucking eat it.
Do you want a sprout? I'll make you a sprout. You eat your cheese on your Christmas pudding or sprouts. What you want?
Mate, You are an under-recognised talent for Scottish accents.
Only like really aggressive.
But they literally used to slice off Christmas cake, dude, and have a chunk of cheese next to it, and they'd be slicing the cheese off. And it wasn't like, they'd have a couple of crumbs of cheese. They'd have Christmas cake. First of all, I thought it was weird because they were cutting their Christmas cake into little slices. So they'd have a slice of Christmas cake and then they'd cut it into strips.
Is that what they do?
And then they'd have a little strip of cheese on top and then they'd eat it together. And I'm like,
do you know what?
The fuck is
I
going
bet it
on
works
here?
because if you
I
think
bet
about
it does.
Oh, no, so
Don't
no. So my
gross.
point was being with the Christmas pudding, tangented. You had it with brandy custard. I guarantee you had it with brandy custard, and it was disgusting because it happened to me as a kid, and I was like, "That's vile. What the hell?" I used to because you light the Christmas pudding on fire, so you've already poured usually some alcohol on top of it, brandy, and then that's in the pudding as now, and then it's in the custard. As a kid, you're like, "Oh, disgusting." Christmas cake.
Maybe I was set for darker things because I quite liked it.
yeah. Obviously, some people are going to like it. The same people that cut and shut cars and sell them on, and all that. But
I was questioning why there was whiskey on the table at 8 a.m. I was like, really? Are we going to do that?
We're
He's
not
like,
doing
no,
that.
we're not doing that. I was like, well, I wasn't asking. I was just saying, we probably shouldn't.
We have done it, but no. So, a Christmas pudding is basically if you love figs or raisins or anything sweet like that, more figs, dates. If you love those, Christmas pudding is basically a giant date fig pudding. Like, what's not to like about that?
Fig inside a Christmas pudding?
Dates. It's basically dates. Yeah, which is the same thing as fig.
I don't even know what's in a Christmas pudding. I just know I fucking love it.
That's
and if
why
they sold it year
it's
round,
a
I'd probably
sweet,
be
delicious,
big.
fruity treat. Like, it's lovely. And then if you put normal custard or Kelly's Cornish ice cream on it,
do you know what?
I challenge you, try it.
Do you know what the big problem is, though? We're probably talking to an audience or some people that are like, I fucking hate Christmas pudding because they like chocolate cake.
What's this?
Well, that's because the type of people that don't like Christmas pudding.
I just want.
There's something wrong with you all if you don't like Christmas pudding. That's probably how you hold your arms when you're having an argument.
What was that guy called
crazy.
from online? He was like, it was a fake character, but Devo. Look up Devo on YouTube, right? And it was a chav who went around like nicking stuff and sniffing gas and getting all mad stuff. And it was a massive troll. It was like he was one of the best original trolls. And it turned out he was an actor just playing a part online. And everyone, I genuinely even thought he was real.
That's
Burberry
amazing.
caps, and he got around and go, and it's like proper Devos. You know, he was full on and he used to like pretend to sniff gas and then just go bog-eyed and just like. But it looked so. As a kid, we were like, this is mental. And he did it handheld, like someone was following this chav around, and there's one where he gets trapped in his mate's house because he sniffs some gas or something like that, and he can't find his mate. And he goes, "Mate, I'm on my way out, I can't find my," and he's just banging off all the walls, running around the house like his mate's trying to kick him. It's hilarious. Yeah, and then he came out, was like, "Yeah, I'm David Fettenthwart, Junior, and yeah, I'm a thespian."
Where did we just go from?
Because you went. If you don't like Christmas pudding, you did full like chav,
full weirded up hands, kind of strong hand
you
stuff.
went, take my strong hand. Yeah, go on.
So I think we're dealing with people that don't like Christmas pudding. I think you're dealing with people that like chocolate cake.
Oh,
As in, they're like,
so they're like,
what cake would you eat if it's all lined up? There's like a fruit
every
cake,
other choice
there's
in
a
the
lemon
world.
cake, there's a carrot cake, there's
And they want the
a
chocolate
red velvet
cake.
cake, and they're like chocolate cake. Which, first of all, it's boring as fuck when you've got all those other cakes lined up. And
Well,
like,
first of
"Ooh,
all,
I'll
chocolate
piece
fudge. If you're going to do chocolate cake, it's got to be chocolate fudge.
but it's just like,
and then you got to put it in the microwave.
And how much are you actually going to eat of that? At least when, like, if you go lemon cake, carrot
Christmas.
cake, red velvet cake, something like that, you can have like a solid slab
Most
of it. and
overrated cake in the world, red
feel
velvet.
good. Yeah, 100%.
Just chocolate cake with red dye in it.
It is, but it tastes so much
But
better.
it's got cream cheese on it.
It's
So there you go. People who love red velvet and that I wouldn't like Christmas cake. You're eating red velvet. That is chocolate with cheese.
well, technically, but
Yeah. And you think that's all right because it's painted red.
because it's paint.
They made it pretty.
Please don't go putting paint in your chocolate cakes to make it a red velvet cake.
Please do.
Disclaimer.
Please put paint in a cake and try and serve it to people. They don't have lead in them anymore. It won't do me harm. They're all water-based. They'll be fine. It'll look awesome. It will taste brilliantly disgusting. Oh, that's a good prank. Red velvet paint cake.
Paint cake.
Oh, who's got a child
don't think
with
it
a
worked.
birthday coming up?
I don't think it worked. I'm getting set.
Shut me, man. Eat your paint cake.
did kick. Yeah, I reckon that's who we're dealing with. People that don't like Christmas pudding, they're chocolate cake fans, and chocolate cake is boring as fuck.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
And it's just too much. It's like, I don't think you need that. You're eating cake anyway. Cake's pretty like
Christmas
rich, sweet, and
Christmas pudding
sumptuous.
with Kelly's Cornish ice cream. I'm telling you.
I can't do it with ice cream.
All right, well, then do it in normal custard. You
I was about to tell you as well that I don't like ice cream, and it sounds really strange because it's really cold. I like it like half melted to stab
as
it,
a
stir
kid,
it around
that
so
was
that
the
you can
best
just
thing.
eat it faster.
Best thing, yeah, you mix it.
I don't like it warm. I'm not weird.
Soup, but it's like
Yeah.
moussey almost.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
Still
way
got a
of
bit
eating
of
ice cream.
grain, and then it can.
That's the best way.
There's some like,
and you can eat it a bit like yogurt then.
there's some very strange Japanese ice cream that is weirdly flavoured with like lemon and green tea or something. But that's actually like a softened mousse, and I don't know why. I think it's like some weird milk that they use. And it's soft all the time. It's like
cat
it's
milk.
almost like it might be.
They sound like the type of people who milk cats.
Milk cats.
Definitely. If anybody's milking cats,
One of those bald
it's
cats.
the Japanese or the Chinese, aren't they?
One of the ones with no hair, and they're like,
That's why they've got those gold cats that you buy in Japan, because the cat's like, no more milk for you. No, I don't want milking. It's just that arm
no milk
batting
today.
you away.
No milk today.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
So, yeah, you got to try Christmas pudding. That's a rule. Let's go through my Christmas day. Here it is, because I think this is the controversial one, right? So, wake up in the morning. Go back to sleep for another hour. No,
He's Grinch,
so wake
Dad.
up. You got your stocking.
Yeah.
So you open your stocking, which usually got some like chocolate in it or something like that.
I know.
So,
I don't get them anymore.
So,
As a 14 years old, I don't get stockings anymore.
as a 14,
Yeah, we had this conversation last time that I believed in Santa until I was 14 years old.
you still get a stocking though. Why is the stocking removed just because you found out about Santa?
Well, because Santa doesn't exist anymore, so why would I get a stocking?
But to make your parents have to sneak into your room and make their nights awkward on Christmas Eve.
I'm going to phone my dad after this.
Yeah, it's like, Dad, you
Dad,
lazy
yes.
man. I'm going to
You
sleep.
told me it stopped.
You
Lex has
better
told
be
me it
sneaking in.
continues.
You better be sneaking in. I want 17 years worth of stockings.
Lex thinks I'm only 31.
And then that's quick math. Is that right? It is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stocking, and then so there's usually bits and bobs in that.
Nice.
Then get up downstairs, salmon, eggs with. Now it should be champagne, but I hate champagne,
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's
not a big fan.
Asti.
What is Asti?
Asti is basically like prosecco, and then you take champagne. You don't want that. You get prosecco, don't you?
Yeah.
But if you think that's too, you go Asti. Asti's like
God.
prosecco with sugar in it.
It's essentially like
'cause
Bucks
basically
Fizz without the orange.
Bucks
like,
Fizz,
just
yeah.
Really
so
super
sometimes
sweet.
Bucks Fizz. So
Okay.
sometimes put orange in it,
Nice.
but sometimes not. Depends. And then
You're starting your day with alcohol.
yeah.
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's permission for anyone out there
Yeah.
that needs
oh,
it.
it's Christmas. Christmas. If you're not drinking by the time you're cooking, my mum once was tiddling away. We had this in the morning. I think my mum started it. So you have the what's it called? Bucks Fizz.
Bucks Fizz, yeah.
In the mornings, but it's called something else. Bucks Fizz is the brand who do it in a single bottle and just pour it out like a lazy ass.
Yeah.
And don't actually make it yourself. It's called something else. The champagne and orange.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, we'll call it a sunset fizz. So sunrise fizz. Sunrise fizz.
Fizz.
That sounds way fancier. So we have a sunrise fizz with our salmon and eggs in the morning, and then go for a walk
Nice.
because it's supposed to be like this, blue and lovely. So we'll go for a walk, then come back, then start prepping the lunch. Now, that's when you can start tiddling away if you want to. Baileys, little bits and bobs like that.
Take the edge off of
My mum
doing all of the cooking.
did this, but she was like on a bottle of wine that she really liked. She was on Asti through the morning because it's honestly, you have to try some. It's so easy to drink. Like it's like I don't like champagne, I don't like prosecco, I don't like white wine. I will drink a bottle of Asti. Like it's just like if you were a kid and you found Alka-Pops.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
And the first few alcohol pops you had were wicked, and then obviously you vomited later down the line, and then they all suck. But Asti is that moment over and over again.
Taking you back.
Yeah, and then
So you're,
So then-
you're on the
then-
Baileys and stuff as well. Are you on,
Bailey's
like-
in the evening for me. Baileys.
I was gonna say in the evening time, yeah.
But some people like it in the afternoon. So whatever's your choice. And then so it's Christmas din-dins, then presents.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so not presents all in the morning, because if you do
Wow.
that,
If
you
you're
have
my
a
dad,
big whacking peak in the
you're my
morning
dad,
of
I'd
all the
hate you.
stuff. Yeah, but think about it. You dump everything in the morning. So with your stocking, you get like one bigger present in the morning.
Okay.
So you get one, and then you have all the nice morning together, breakfast, go for a walk. You all start joining in, making the Christmas dinner, sit down, have the dinner. Then when everyone's stuffed, you don't have pudding. You have gifts, then you do pudding.
This is so methodically
Yeah.
situated, mate. I'm going to wake up, make sure I food comatose several times. Probably waste a day in retrospect to anything else.
But it seems like such a big, like, whabang, all in the morning. All your presents are done, everything's done. Then all people do for the rest of the day is sit around. Like, and as well, if you get, like, people something that's like something to build or something that takes their singular attention, they're gone for the day.
Yeah, it was what we did as kids.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you've got kids. If you get them something gaming.
So maybe my parents did that on purpose. 'Cause
Yeah,
they were like,
maybe.
we just want to
Get
relax
out the
and
way.
day. Yeah, get
Yeah.
the fuck out of the way. 'Cause
Yeah, maybe.
we used to spend Christmas like with my mum's cousin. So it was our second cousins. So there was never less than about 8 or 9 of us every Christmas.
That's
and
so
I'm
good,
pretty
yeah. We used to do
sure
that all the time.
4 or 5 of us would have been kids.
Yes,
So
the
for
best.
us, it was kind
It's
of like,
wicked.
I think they were just like,
Yeah.
get all
yeah,
those presents, go and do your
I
shit,
Can, I
and
can
then
one
we
up
can
you on
actually-
that.
yeah.
One up. I'm not trying to one up, but it's a one up on their behalf. We used to go to my cousins all the time for Christmas, family Christmases, because they used to look after National Trust estates. So
Okay.
they were always living in part of these big manors.
Amazing.
So there was one year, it was in Anglesey, and they were living in the converted stables, and I mean like they lived above in the converted stables, but next to them was another stables, but it was also like not an active stables anymore, and we had one massive giant dining table put in this stable, and we all ate out of this converted giant stable where there was still like big old hay bale iron things in there where the horses would have eaten and all that kind of
Amazing.
stuff, but it was all like converted out, so it was all watertight and all that now, so it was amazing. I still remember that Christmas dinner to this day, which is why people should make the effort to do these giant family Christmases.
Yeah.
So I remember that day instinctively, like remember it. When someone says Christmas, it's one of the first jumps. But in the same thing, he had a Mega Drive, my cousin did, and then I had something new. So whatever was, we were young, so what was it? But anyway, whatever I got, probably PlayStation.
Yeah.
We were playing FIFA, but because it was in the stables, the downstairs of where they lived was like a garage, like converted stables garage area.
Yeah.
With but they converted out. There was a TV in there and everything. So they literally, we got the gaming system, and then we left the house, went down into the courtyard, into the garage, and that's where we spent most of the morning just playing PlayStation. We were completely out of their way, utterly and totally forgotten about until it was dinner time.
And then they enjoyed the
into
day,
the
like-
big stable with like 15 to 20 of us. Yeah.
I love it. It was looking back. So when mum and dad actually broke up, I don't want to turn this sad again, but when mum and dad broke up, those Christmases stopped.
No, but they
But
will, won't they?
religiously from like every year we alternate and stuff, and I think it's amazing to do, especially if you've got kids and things like
To
that.
make
I
you
think
feel
it's
better,
just,
they do peter out naturally anyway. I
Yeah.
think as people like dwindle or get older and stuff like that, people don't come back as much and all that.
Yeah.
It disappears off. So when you've got little ones involved, freaking jam everyone together who's got little ones
get
and
as
let
many
them just
people as
get,
you can
yeah,
and
it's
just
the
make
best
it
time.
crazy.
Best time. So yeah, we'll do that, and then in the evening it's usually like
presents in the evening.
no,
Just make
no,
them wait
no,
all-
in the evening because you're eating.
like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, mid-afternoon. We aim to eat by like 2 usually.
Mate, I was the kid, right, at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and if Santa had been, I was ripping that shit open, dude.
Yeah.
And then 6:30 a.m., I'd be knocking on my parents' door like, can we go down to the tree? Can we go down to the tree? And then it'd be like, no, get fucked. 7 a.m., can we go down to the tree? 7:30, I just keep asking every half an hour
Yeah.
until they were just like,
Till they were
right.
late.
Yeah, and that's it. And the first thing we do, like, parents would have coffees in their hands, and then we'd be ripping open presents. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But
I quite like the concept of waiting during the day and stuff. I just know how fucking impatient and how terrible we were.
we do this, and I still do this to this day as well. The kids hand out the presents.
Yeah.
So you look under the tree. So the kids get to search through the presents, and they're like, "Is it for me? Oh, that's not mine. Here, no, Nana. Do you have another big one?" Yeah. And then they got to take you over, and you all get your piles, and then off you go. And obviously, the kids' ones are like whatever. And that I always like that, so I still have like designated tree hander-outerer.
Nice.
Under the thing. We've got presents under the tree already now, which is nice. From like my mum dropped them off. Even though my mum is buggering off to Bali for Christmas with the rest of my family.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, not the rest of my family. My sister, she bought a house out there, and we're all supposed to be going out, but I'm now going out in later in the year because it's just more feasible. But yeah, built a house out in Bali. It looks amazing. But warm place for Christmas. I'm out.
I could.
I would rather go to Iceland.
For the record, I would slum it in Bali for Christmas.
Yeah, but no, I won't because I can go anytime.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not like a one-off. I can go anytime. So why would I go at Christmas? Just warm at Christmas is.
Yeah, no, I'd never like. If I had a choice, I'd never be like, I'm going to book a holiday at Christmas. I'm going to go to Bali.
Yeah,
I'd never do that. But
I would go.
Like if somebody was like, "Do you want to go to Bali for Christmas?"
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like, probably. That'd be quite cool.
If it was your only choice.
Yeah, that
was your only option.
Yeah.
But my option is I can go whenever.
Yeah, so mate, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just honestly, I had one Christmas in Miami, and it was warm, and it was wrong.
Just felt all wrong. Like,
wrong.
You want to freezing cold.
Just wrong. You walk out, and it's just like normal warmy day. Like, Australians got it rough.
Yeah, sunbathing on Christmas Day. My brother lives in South Africa, and January's their peak summer.
Yeah.
So he's barbecuing for Christmas Day.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But then I guess that's what he's used to.
It's strange. Well, but he used to love Christmas over here, white Christmases and bits and pieces. He was supposed to come over last year.
What do Australian Christmas adverts look like? This is Santa. It's Santa in just like briefs.
Because he's like,
surfs in.
He's got a hat on.
The hat on, just the red and white briefs
with the buckle bit on.
Sunnies, and he's on a surfboard. It's fucking. Yeah, how do they get around that? Let's not get into that anyway. We're out of time.
18 plus.
I want a story as to how Santa gets around Australia with his.
Yeah, let us know if there's any Aussies watching.
Yeah. What's your Santa?
What's your
vision of Santa?
What do you do for Christmas? Are you throwing shrimp on the barbie?
Shrimp on a barbie.
Let us know.
Yeah. Well, cheers, mate. Fist bump. Hopefully we'll get another one in before the actual Christmassy Christmas, but because of doing lots of family stuff...
The actual Christmassy Christmas.
Yeah, I'm literally away from tomorrow until Christmas Eve, so I don't know when it'll happen.
Nice.
Unless I do one on Christmas Eve, but I don't think I'll be able to drag Lou away on Christmas Eve. So we shall see. I'll try my best. I might do a solo one for you if not. But other than that, hope you're all having a wonderful holiday season. And sorry this one's a little bit late this week.
Don't worry about the depressing stories we told.
We lightened it. There was loads of funny. There was balls.
The fact that Lex is horrible and doesn't let people open presents until mid-afternoon or something. You don't have to be that savage.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Yeah. Right, have a great week. Leave behind what was bad, bring forward what was good. I'll catch you in the next one. Merry Christmas.